I'm Tabitha.
And I'm Sarah.
We are the Wine Moms Podcast,
where we talk about the frantics, funnies, and fails of parenting.
We're so glad you're here.
Welcome to our village.
Cheers, mamas.
Cheers, cheers.
Oh my goodness. We haven't recorded since Christmas time. How was your Christmas?
It was good. This break has felt like an eternity.
Yeah, dude. Like total eternity. And yes, I'm pouring the wine. Which is weird because it's hard to say that because, you know, everyone's on school online. But it has felt like god awful because they're not being put in class. They're just in your face.
Yeah. It's a lot harder to get, at least for my kids, it's a lot harder to get them back on their sleep schedule because, you know, that was the first thing that went during this break.
Yep.
Just went out the window.
I was the mean mom. I said you had to wake up by 9. And Chris bought an air horn.
That's one way of doing it.
So at 9:05, I put my headphones on. Sorry, I hit the mic. But I put my headphones on. I walk in, and I'm just like, "Brr." To make sure he covered the baby's ears.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I didn't have the baby with me. And the 4-year-old just laughs uncontrollably because, you know, she's up at the crack of dawn. She's like Anna from Frozen. The sun's awake. The sun's up. I'm up. That's what she says.
It's your little alarm clock.
She is. She is.
Yeah.
The baby sleeps in. He wakes up around 8. She
Good
wakes up
baby.
around 6:30. Like, what? Come on. Oh my gosh. But yeah, and you guys had like kind of a white Christmas. You guys got snow and ice.
Yeah, not snow on Christmas, but we've been covered in snow and ice all weekend. Out of power, then power's back on, then out of power. Half the city's been out of power. So it's been kind of crazy, but I mean, that's winter in Illinois for you.
Yeah, it bounced around like 8 degrees all winter break.
8 degrees.
It got down to like 42 one night, okay?
Terrible. So
yeah,
terrible.
no. Dude, so I was told that, okay, you live in Illinois where it's illegal to have big fireworks.
Correct.
But I heard you guys had fireworks going off all over the state.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's someone on my block, I swear, they will find any excuse to light off fireworks. They must live in a different state or just routinely make trips because they will light off huge fireworks.
Dang.
And I mean, it's like for anything, Christmas, New Year's, anything really.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And fireworks are legal here. So it's pretty common to hear fireworks go off every once in a while because for some unknown reason, our neighborhood loves fireworks. Dude, New Year's Eve, I had 360 views of fireworks. Like our whole street in front of us, the side of us, everywhere was just, I mean, it was insane. I was video chatting with a very common friend of ours and we just cheers saying Happy New Year's. And on all of a sudden it was like, boom. I mean, it was like Armageddon. It was just boom, 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 boom. And I'm just spinning in circles showing him all of the fireworks. And I'm like, this is insane. We've never had that many fireworks. We didn't have that many fireworks on 4th of July. Like,
well, is it difficult to have that many during the 4th of July because of the dry? Oh.
You could get in trouble because, you know, we do have like no fires and stuff like that. Right now we have one. That didn't stop anyone. But the problem is on the 4th of July, the police are busy with drunk driving and parties and stuff. So catching people lighting up fireworks is going to be nearly impossible. So I don't think they enforce it as much on holidays. But yeah, no, it was sweet and loud and woke my baby. Angrily woke my baby. He slept through most of it because there's fireworks going off the second it got dark. Just off and on, off and on, off and on. But then literally it struck midnight and it just exploded. And not 2 minutes into it, and Jasper just lost his mind. Just lost it. I'm like, I'm sorry. Oh, baby.
Poor baby. So, he's like, this is not fun.
No. And the worst part, so we were outside and I was holding my wine glass the whole time because I'm not a wino. And so my hands were just frigid cold. So I go in to hold him and then he just screams more because I'm freezing. Mm-hmm. So Dad had to comfort him because Dad wasn't freezing cold. And I'm like, it was sad. It was so sad. But other than that, Happy New Year.
Woohoo.
2021 brings peace and calm and
resolutions.
Do
you have any resolutions?
I have a few. They're more like, I am going to try something new, but I always try to do a word of the year. And mine is intentional. Being intentional every day with everything. Yeah. Do you have any?
No, not really. I don't know. I mean, possibly
year.
I don't know, accept myself.
Write your book.
Write my book. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I think about that often.
We do too. We're like, can you just write your book and then you can move and be near us and not complain about how expensive it is?
You would probably be shocked by how much I've written in regards to my book, but also how little it resembles an actual novel.
Oh, just that like mad writing.
It's just a lot of this character insert here, this here, this is where it is. This is what the story is. This is 20 pages of this. Here's 20 pages of that. And yeah, it's everywhere. Yeah. So
pick a character, pick a thing and go.
Just go.
Just go. Let it loose. Go rent a cabin in the woods and just, That's how they do it, right?
Woods. That's how people die. You stay out of the woods.
That sounds ideal. Really. Not the dying, but just being out in the middle of nowhere with no one near you. It's quiet. It'd probably be quiet, Sarah. I don't know what that's like anymore. It's never quiet in my house.
Nope.
I wore headphones while changing a diaper one night. It's pretty much a fail, isn't it? That's a fail.
No. Again, see, that kind of, in my opinion, relates to what we're talking about today.
Yeah, it was just one of those days where everything that could go wrong went wrong. Everyone was screaming all day, and but it was 7:30 at night, and I was like, screw it, give me headphones. Give me my headphones. I put them on. The 4-year-old got beyond pissed at me because she couldn't talk to me anymore. And I was like, there's a reason these are on my head. Jasper was high-pitched screaming and I couldn't hear the high-pitched anymore. And it was just, I think I kept him on for 35, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I can still hear things, but
you can't take care of yourself. So
yeah. So, and I hear you bought something as well as I bought something.
Yes, we've started the new year off buying things, living things. Mm-hmm. So I binged Cobra Kai on Netflix the second it came out. Me and my husband are kind of obsessed. And shortly after we watched it, the day we finished it, I went to Sam's to go grocery shopping. And right there on the table in front of me are bonsai trees. Little bitty cute bonsai trees. I was like, it's destiny. So I bought it and came home, and Andrew pointed to it and shouted, Miyagi. So it is now our Miyagi tree.
It's so cute.
He has his own shelf, and he's very cute.
He is very cute. He's all like fluffy, and I just want to touch him.
Yeah. And he's all like,
he just looks so
willy-nilly.
Yeah.
His little limbs go everywhere.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I went to 5 different plant stores in one day. 70 miles. I actually tracked it, dude. 70 miles.
That's quite a trek.
How many plants? I bought a lemon lime maranta.
Okay.
I bought a pilea, the aluminum plant. So flipping gorgeous. It's silver, dude. It is silver. I bought a peperomia blah, 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 blah. It's the variegated peperomia.
Whatever that was.
Blah, blah, blah. A philodendron Brazil. Sansevieria. One of the lighter Sansevierias. I also recently bought a Sansevieria cylindrica. And I bought the black goldfish. I bought a Hoya. I have no idea what kind of Hoya it is. I have zero idea. It's chunky. It's cute. It's adorable. It's mine. And I bought an African violet and a philodendron Brazil. Oh my God, Sarah. I counted. That's too many.
I counted. I'm so proud of you.
Is that all the plants I bought? I counted. Yay! Holy crap. You know, I think
so proud of yourself.
I wasn't proud. See, here's the thing. I went and my husband said I had a budget I had to stick to.
Is it really a budget or more of a physical space thing?
It's both. It's all.
At one point, you're like, where are these going to go?
Yeah, I've already decided. I think I'm going to take the little IKEA rolly car out of my son's room. And I'm going to have to wheel the plants in front of our bedroom window every day. Because, okay, so here's the other problem, Sarah. And you know this. So we're moving 2 states away, though the climate's far better than here. And I had to move all of these plants.
Yeah, that's going to be hard.
I went in hopes of just buying philodendron and pothos. I just wanted a marble queen pothos and philodendrons. And I didn't. I bought 1 philodendron.
They're so fun, though.
The philodendron Brazil is just gorgeous. It's so pretty and has so many trails starting. And when we move, I can propagate the living crap out of it. And I'm so excited. Anyways, that was a problem. I bought so many. You know, like when you go to one plant store and it's like, ooh, I bought this many plants and it's 20 and you're like excited. And then you go to the next plant store and it's like, oh, it's only 20. When you go to 5 plant stores
and you find everything you want, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the worst part, one of the plant stores, if you're in Phoenix, right in the garden, amazing people. They started talking to me because I was in search of the marble queen and I wanted it in a 4-inch pot. I just wanted a baby one so that it would probably survive the trip. And they're like, oh, we don't have any, but we are having some marble queens come in. Not sure if they're that small. You know what? We'll just go grab you some. What? So Tuesday, they're going to go grab 4-inch marble queens so that they have some in stock. And then they're talking to me and I said, yeah, I'm trying to just stick to philodendron and pothos. So I made a mistake and bought a Hoya. And then I bought the maranta there, which was a mistake. And they told me to, wrap them in that like craft paper. And she said, you know what? Just come in and I'll help you wrap all your plants. I'll give you the paper for free. I'm like,
that's great.
I love you.
Does it make you sad? Like, maybe I shouldn't leave you.
I know. Well, I told her, it was so funny. I said that I have a calathea and I'm going to sell her. I'm not even going to risk transporting her across like the city.
They're divas.
They're divas and she hates me.
Their routine at all.
I moved her to a better spot. Yes. She just, she's so mean to me. Anyway, so I'm going to sell her. And then the chick laughed at me. She was like, Did you notice there's no calatheas in the store? There's also no calatheas in my home because I hate them. And I laughed way too much anyways. That's how I take care of myself. I buy things that I have to take care of that can often be divas. But they're pretty divas.
They don't yell at you.
No.
They don't smell bad.
Do, though. Nope.
Generally. They do sometimes have, like, insect problems, but...
Yeah.
Sometimes they bloom and they grow and they look so pretty.
Yeah, and they just bring life. I can't... All the rooms that don't have plants in them make me kind of sad.
Yeah.
I put a plant in my bathroom, my master bath, and it made me so happy. Yeah. It's so funny. It's already... I checked it today because I put it in. I don't know. I texted you when I did it too.
Yep.
I checked on it today and I was like, you probably need water. Though he's in the bathroom, so there's humidity. And he is so perky. He is so happy. He's just like, everything is just like, poof. I'm like, oh, you clearly don't need water. I'm just like, okay. That philodendron is completely fine. So, yeah. That is life. And this wine is interesting.
Have we even talked about the wine yet? No.
I poured it.
What are we drinking?
I've been sipping it.
Oh, a rosé. That's what it is.
Yes Way Rosé.
Mm-hmm.
Product of France. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm convinced we are picking our wines based on how pretty they are.
Yeah.
So far.
It's a problem. It's a real problem.
This is very pleasing to look at. Minimalist label. But I like
and I posted a picture to our Instagram so everyone can see it. But I don't know. Of the rosés, it's not my favorite that we've had recently. It's a pretty basic bottle. Yeah. I think I'm going to use it as a propagation jar.
Oh, that's
for
a good
Monstera.
idea. I've never done that with any of my wine bottles.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to try to do that. Sarah's pouring another glass. I was so like scared that I wasn't going to like this wine that I brought out the Raven because I'm in love with it. It will forever be in my fridge for like ever.
It's a very basic rosé, but it's not bad. It's not a rosé that like I would reach for, but it's sweet.
I'll drink it if it's there.
Crisp.
If I want a rosé, I'll probably grab it. If I don't see the other one that I absolutely love.
I think it's a good rosé for someone who's never had rosé.
Yes, because it's very subtle. It's not like super in your face rosé.
Yeah.
Right? It has the classic wine feature. So yeah, it would be a good starter rosé, I would say. And that's probably the problem because we had two others that are like, yes, these are rosé.
In your face.
In your face. So I don't know. I like it. I'm continuously drinking it. So that's a good sign. But, and on notes of pretty good, did you have any other wins besides your bonsai? Because I am so excited to tell you what your nephew said.
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Christmas was good. I bought enough batteries, so that's a pretty big win for me.
Yeah.
There was no tears. So,
that's good.
Yeah.
Dude, ours came with batteries.
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
So many things came with batteries. It was weird. Really weird.
I had to buy like a lot of batteries.
Amazon that.
I'm always surprised by how expensive they are.
I know. Because they don't last a very long time. Because I put twinkly lights, like the little fairy lights, all over my house for Christmas because I'm extra. And 3 sets of them died. Granted, it was like right after Christmas, but it was a little surprising because they took 3 freaking AA batteries.
Yeah.
Not 2, 3.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they make them weaker and weaker.
They just want you to buy more. So wasteful.
So what did my nephew say? What did my nephew do?
Do you want the first words or the second words?
I'm kind of afraid. Was my brother an influence?
No.
Okay.
No,
So it'll be
I don't
cute.
think so. Yeah.
It's not naughty.
So here's the thing. I swear, since he was 3 months old, he says, yeah.
Okay.
And like a week ago, I was like, you want to eat? And he goes, yeah. And then I do the sign language for eat, and he goes, yeah. I'm like,
Aww.
okay, you're saying yeah. So he says it randomly. One day I have him sitting on the couch next to me, and he was hungry, and I just give him his bottle. And he goes, smacks it, and goes, Mom! I'm like,
Aww.
what the? Did you say it? Can you say it again? And he just looks at me and just smiles. Like nothing else, just smiles. And I'm like, oh, even though it was demanding, it was cute. It was just so he says, yeah, and mom. And not mama, mom.
That's unusual because, most babies say dada first.
I know, he doesn't do a D.
So you're very lucky.
Yeah, he does not do the D. Do the
I'm
D?
very
Oh, that's a
happy for
wrong
you.
wording. Yeah. No, he does his mms a lot. When he's hungry, he'll go mm. So every time he's hungry, I'm like, mama, mom, mama, mom.
Mama means food.
Yeah. So, and then like,
You say mama, I
if he
feed you.
says that to Chris will be like, so you want mom? Because Chris he doesn't feed babies. It's my job, And so it's just funny that and then he's just sitting there next to me and just smacks the bottle and goes, Mom. I'm like, it was so cute. And then later as I'm feeding him, I was like, that's really demanding. I'm not going to correct it because you don't
Aren't all babies
understand.
demanding.
Well, when he's eating, like at the table, because he eats solids, he'll start smacking his high chair to get my attention. Because I usually eat and feed him at the same time. And so he'll start smacking the table, like, come on, all going, He's just smacking it. And yeah, I feed him and he's happy. He just smiles like,
mama,
yeah.
ma.
So he's going to associate food with mom. All food is just going to be mom.
Yeah, that's normal.
So I'm like, bottles, Baba. So if I say Baba, he'll start like reaching for me, like, feed me. So progress. But yeah, he said mom. He always says, yeah, it's cute. It's really cute. He says a few other things, but like, hey, and yeah. It's so weird to have a baby say words that aren't normal, Like the hey, the yeah, mom, not mama, mom. So I just have superior influence because I say hey to him every morning. So that's probably why.
Oh, yeah, if you say it a lot.
Every morning.
You give a reaction when he talks.
Yeah.
When he says it. So he's
And I
instantly
obviously
like,
say yeah a lot. And well, it's cute because every morning I walk in there and I'm like, hey, handsome. And he just gets all excited. And then whenever he talks, I'm like, yeah. So he just set it back. So yeah, that was my win. I feel like that's a win.
That is
Your
a
kid
win.
says mom first.
Your baby saying mama is a big win.
Yeah. He's not a baby anymore. He's 7 months old now. He's a baby.
He's still a baby.
He is.
I still consider my 3-year-old a baby.
All of them are babies. My 15-year-old's a baby. To me, he's my baby. He's just taller than me. He's rather big. But we should probably move on to our main topic because we could
The
talk
meat and
all day about our
potatoes.
kids. The meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes. Yeah, this isn't about our children. This is about us. This is about the parents.
Self-care.
Self-care, taking care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your babies.
That's the
Can't
damn
do it.
truth.
Can't take
No.
care of your plants. Can't take care of your babies. Can't take care of your puppies.
Nope.
Can't take care
Your
of
fish. I
nothing.
miss fish. Yeah, no,
I
and
killed my
it's-
fish, so this.
Oh, God.
But yeah, My fish died, so I'll try that
It's
again
hard.
next year.
It's, especially like, I wake up in the morning and it's kid, and it's all day kids. And then I get one down for a nap, and then I have to take care of the others. And he's up, and it's hard. You have to find the time for yourself, or you're going to lose it. You're going to end up in headphone land like I did the other day.
But I see headphones as, you set your children aside for 30 minutes to put on the headphones. You still took care of them, but you realized that you had a need that need to be met.
Yeah.
And you use that with your headphones because, otherwise you probably would have went crazy.
Yeah. Screaming was infinite.
It was good.
I was going to lose it. And I just, when you start getting to the point where like everything is shaking, you feel like you're shaking, you feel like your vision's shaking. The noise was just so bad and I couldn't handle it. And I did that instead of screaming. So yeah, I started feeding the baby to go to bed. And I told my husband, you can take off the headphones now. Because everyone's quiet when I put him to sleep. So
good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's hard, like I used to have more routine until I got the two little ones. I set days of the week. Sunday was face mask. I always put a face mask on every Sunday. Did my nails on Sunday. Got ready for the week. But it was like pampering, But now I buy plants and I touch them in the morning and I'm like, I miss you. And then I chase children. Yeah. I don't know. Even like, you set your time, like alarm. If you have like toddlers, set your alarm for like 30 minutes before they wake up and just have a cup of coffee and quiet. Right? Read your book. And read a book. If you like reading, read a book.
Anxious, or you do feel upset, or you do feel off, don't be afraid to give them that tablet or to turn on the TV or to give them a snack that might not be the greatest and plop them on the couch and take 30 minutes to take a bath or glass of wine or a glass of coffee, anything, because
just look out a window. I've done that
important.
Before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
something quiet and serene.
I had one of them in the office and I just went into the kitchen nook and I'm just staring at the plants and looking outside like I miss you. But yeah, you do. And especially on those days where you feel like nothing is grounded and nothing is in your control, it's okay because they'll go to bed eventually, and just remember that you are important. Your health's important. Don't run away from your kids, but, just kind of regroup, if your kid likes coloring.
They see it when you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And it's important.
Yeah. You need to, and they need to see that you're happy. If you're constantly dragging, they're going to see that, and they may take offense to that, or they may, the tough ones may push you more because they see you dragging. And, you have to have, one, you have to be strong. And two, you are important.
Yeah.
You are mentally and physically important. So get your cup of coffee, get your wine, get a mimosa. I don't care. I want a mimosa.
That does sound good. Self-care is also more, it's not just, I feel like it's not just taking time for yourself, although that's really important, but it could also be internal too, like accepting where you're at in life, or not necessarily accepting it. You can have goals, but being okay with where you are in life.
Being happy with yourself. Yeah.
Yes. Be happy with yourself, the way you look. Be happy with what you have. Be thankful for what you have. And just, for me, for instance, instead of, this winter I had to purchase a few more pair of pants because let's face it, I've put on pandemic weight.
Yeah.
And I, for a little bit, was looking at the material of pants, like when I was online shopping, because you can't go in stores anywhere. And I was looking at the material to see how stretchy they were.
Yep.
So I was buying the same size that I was in last year, but I bought like 3 or 4 pairs of pants and this stretchy material, and I could, I could pull them up, but it wasn't like nice.
Yeah.
So, and then I finally broke down and was like, I'm going to buy 1 pair, 1 size bigger, and they're glorious, literally
They're comfy
glorious.
now.
It's like the greatest feeling in the world.
Yeah.
And just accepting that and being okay with that. Not saying that, one day I won't want to diet or, have that goal of getting back down to that size, but I'm okay with buying that 1 size bigger.
And that's
That
good
makes
too.
me feel better.
And in weight loss, if you're wanting to lose weight, the best way to do that is to love yourself where you are. You won't be able to change yourself if you don't love yourself how you are. I've never done that whole new year, new you, because you are you, whether it's weight, whether it's kids, you are still you. And you should never hate yourself for what you look like or the job you have or the house that doesn't look the exact way you want it to. Don't take that out on yourself. And that doesn't mean you're any less of a person, just accept, move on, and love yourself. Just be happy. Accept it. I'm not happy with how I look. I just had a baby 7 months ago. I have terrible health issues. And I have an obsession with Lindor truffles recently. I just, I've drank more wine this year than ever. Okay. 2020.
Well, your household size went up by 2 kids, so it's okay.
Yeah.
And a pandemic.
Yeah. 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 Here's the other thing. And everyone was talking about how crappy 2020 was. And when I sat there and thought about it, what sucked? Getting a foster child and then 3 weeks later, a pandemic hits.
Yeah.
Being pregnant during a pandemic. Having a panic attack in the middle of Walmart because there's nothing on the fucking shelves. Nothing. It was empty. Seeing there was no formula, no diapers, no wipes. That was all really hard. But I have an adorable foster daughter. I have a wonderful little boy. My kids love each other, and that was enough. And that's all I thought about was just this cute baby, this cute foster daughter, and how all the kids love each other. I couldn't hate 2020 at all, and if it wasn't for 2020, I wouldn't have 2 of my littles.
Yep.
So
you gained a lot. It was really hard, but you gained a lot.
Yeah. It'll be easier down the road eventually, right? That's what I keep telling myself. A year, 3, 18. At some point, it'll be good. My son's turning 16. My oldest son is turning 16 in less than 30 days.
I'm sorry.
I can't even.
So sorry. That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, he drove. I haven't told you that yet.
Nightmarish.
Yeah. I laughed the entire time when he was driving. I feel so bad. But yeah, no, I digress. My son's turning 16. I can't handle it.
So you need some self-care tips to not lose your shit.
Yeah, I don't even know what that's going to be like. The night before, I just go out and buy wine and plants and Lindor truffles.
I mean, everyone has their thing.
Root beer is mine, and
it
it
makes them feel better.
Totally gone. Yeah, surprisingly, when I'm having a really rough night, I don't go for wine or beer. I go for root beer. Barks, to be exact.
Yeah, it's good. It's a nice little treat.
Yeah, but the pandemic has made that nearly impossible.
Oh, that's sad.
Thank you, COVID. Yeah, no, it's hard. But no, yeah, just find your things, if it is watching a movie. Just watch
And
a movie.
how many people bought a pandemic dog?
A
Because I
lot.
know I did.
I wish I could.
And he's like another baby to me.
Yeah.
I think he's helped with my self-care a lot. He reminds me to go for walks.
Yeah.
He reminds me to put on pants and go outside.
Yep.
So that's healthy.
Yeah, no, I miss my dog for that very reason.
But he does smell because he poops a lot. I mean, he poops outside. He's a good boy. He's potty trained.
Yeah.
But, I mean, damn.
My youngest doesn't.
He's
He
like a
poops himself,
60-pound dog that just poops everywhere.
Yeah. The bigger they get, the more they poop, I swear.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I swear. Blue, my dog, she pooped twice a day, almost like clockwork. But then, yeah, the Great Danes I know poop more than that. My aunt and uncles, when I stayed there, I swear they were always doing it.
I mean, they're like miniature horses.
Yeah. But no, and dogs are great for care of yourself, really, because they love you unconditionally, truly.
Yep.
And you can do no wrong to them, And I do miss that. I do miss having that, at night curling up with her type thing.
You can't pet a toddler and make them love you.
No. You can make them scream at you.
Yeah. Like, it's just, that's not how you calm a toddler down. But
turn off the
dog,
PJ mask and
you just touch your dog's head and your dog
oh my gosh,
loves you.
They just, and you can feel it too. It's not even, you can sense when a dog loves you, and oh man. Yeah. When my youngest son is 1 and after we move, we'll get another dog. It's just, I have too many people.
Oh yeah.
And this house is not big enough. When we bought our house, it was perfect. It was just 4 people. Our kids were older. We thought about, doing foster prior to the 4-year-old. And that would have been fine. But then we added 2 more, and it's cramped.
Yeah.
We have 2 more humans. And babies have a lot of crap.
A lot.
A lot. So I can't wait to be uncramped. I've even gotten rid of a lot. I have purged a lot from this house since adding more children. And it just isn't going anywhere. So yeah, and cleaning. I don't know if anyone else does this, but when I get stressed out, I clean. Mm-hmm. And nothing.
Well, a cluttered house can cause a cluttered mind.
Yes, it raises your cortisol levels. Mm-hmm. That's a stress hormone. Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna be honest. I still have a lot of Christmas decor. I have a lot. I put up 4 trees, and I'm not talking little. They're big. I'm turning into a freaking Martha Stewart. So hey, she's
a real G though.
Mm-hmm.
I like
her.
Yeah.
She may have gone to jail. I don't care.
No.
She's all kosher with Snoop. I mean, come on.
Right. Like I said, she's a real G.
Yeah. But no, and so I had like this whole hot cocoa bar and even had like all the decor. I had Nutcracker and it had snowmen and it had Christmas trees and fairy lights. But I took everything down and started cleaning everything, took all the gingerbread houses down. I took everything down and I'm like looking at the kitchen like satisfied, Mm-hmm. And it was so weird. And I just felt so much better seeing it all gone. I didn't even know I felt stressed about it. And yeah, it was just so nice. That felt so good just staring at a clean counter.
Yeah.
It wasn't even fully clean. I needed to wipe it down. It was just so much better. So try cleaning, and not like your kid's room.
No. Cleaning, or even reorganizing, redecorating. Just a change.
Yeah. Or go to Joann's when they're having clearance on everything. That feels great. They had buy one, get 3 free candles.
Buy one, get 3?
Yes.
All right.
I read it 4 times because I was worried that my mom brain wasn't working. And I was like, buy one, get 3 free. And I said it out loud. And then a Joann's worker walked by me. She goes, yes, buy one, get 3 free. 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, okay, I just want to make sure.
I'm going to walk out of here with 32 candles.
Right? So, well, I don't know why I didn't. I got 4. And then I got, those cute little hard paper like boxes. Your grandma loves them and gives them to us. I got 2 of those and 4 candles. It was $17. And they were Christmas boxes, the fancy ones. That's why I store my ornaments in. I was just like, that's a good price.
Yeah.
And they were 4-pack candles. They weren't like single candles. So, cha-ching, that felt good. I should light one, but I also love lighting candles to feel better.
Yes. No, candles are great. I have a huge thing with candles. This smell, smells for me, make me feel good. So sometimes I bake. Sometimes I just light a candle, and I'll literally just light a candle and sit and read a book. And it just smells delicious, and I love it. When my power went out, I was real stressed, but I was also really not because, like I said, I have an obsession with candles. Yeah. And so my house looked like Valentine's Day and smelled like Bath and Body Works. And it was great.
That'd be amazing.
Because there's candles everywhere.
Yeah.
It smelled like a cookie factory.
Oh, I have the Snickerdoodle Bath and Body Works candle. Oh my God, it smells so good.
I have so many.
Oh, I have my favorite candles though are Nature Wick. Have you had those?
I don't think I've had those.
Oh my gosh, dude, they crackle
the big,
like
fat,
a fire.
Thick, the wick ones. Yeah,
they crackle.
Ones.
Yeah, and they have so many good smells, and they have natural, like bonfire and pumpkin and apple. Oh, it's so nice. I could sit there and just drink a cup of coffee and just chill. I do it at my table, and I have such uncomfortable dining room table chairs. And I'll just sit there and just chill. And I totally space out, just hearing the crackle. Fires. We bought a fire pit. Oh man, I could just sit out there forever. Forever. Like, I just love the sound of crackling fire. That is called self-care. If you know you like something, just do it. I don't even care if it's Starbucks.
Yes.
Just do it.
Do it.
Once in a while.
You spend all day just catering to the needs of little people who are, for the most part, probably ungrateful because they don't realize it.
Yeah. Even when they get older.
To allow yourself to have something that you want. And it is a necessity because you are worth it. You need to have that. Yeah. You need to realize that. If you're not happy,
they're not going to be happy.
Yeah.
And you have to just put your foot down. And if it is one of those days, I don't give a damn. Order a pizza, put your kids in front of the TV, have them watch a movie, and just go relax. As long as they're safe, just go relax. Just get that, light a candle, make a cup of coffee, drink a bottle, not a bottle, a glass.
Well,
unless your husband's home or your significant other.
Yeah, true. You don't want to be drinking a bottle if you're individually in charge in the middle of the day with a whole bunch of littles.
Yeah, you want to make sure you're stable, but I wouldn't recommend taking your littles to a nursery for plants. I thought about that today and I said no.
My 3-year-old goes with me often to look at plants and she names them. It's the weirdest thing.
I love her.
She will go and she'll say, this one's
stand.
Kelsey, and this one's Sally, and this one's, and she just goes around and names them. It's the weirdest thing ever, but it's adorable.
She's so sweet. She's so sweet. Oh my gosh. I remember her when she was at the plant stand, and she was the only one that seemed to care about the plants with us. Right. Yep. You know, like she's just trotting along like, yeah, these are awesome. These are awesome. Yeah. You know, just looking around and I'm like, can I keep her? I just want her to stay. Yeah. My 4-year-old tries to enjoy plants and then gets tired. She tried to kill 2 of our plants outside. One was the apple tree. And I'm talking, she's trying to rip them apart. Like tear them down, rip them apart. Needless to say, timeout was in order after that one because my heart sunk.
Like, what will this tree look like if it's shredded?
That's literally what she did to the apple tree. Yeah. Yeah. So she did that to the apple tree. And then my Tipuana tree, they're so beautiful. I look out today and I just see her holding on to the brace, trying to break it. And
maybe she needed it for like something.
The worst part is Chris opened the back door, said her name, and she just stops and looks like, oh my gosh. And then she comes up slowly. She's like, I don't want to come inside. And he was like, come inside. I don't want to come inside. She didn't want to come inside because she knew what she was doing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she knew.
For sure. For sure.
She ripped all of the leaves off of Kylie's apple tree. And I thought Kylie was going to have a mental breakdown. I legit thought she was going to just collapse. Well, she went outside and...
leaves like hair, they grow back. It's okay.
They grow back. And I told her, I was like, the leaves are going to be gone here soon anyways because our temperatures dropped. So, you know, it'll go through its cold phase. She was like, but Mom... I was like, I understand. And then when she went after my tree, I was like, I understand. Like, leave my glorious Tipus alone. So, yeah, no, that happened. Don't let your kid get a hold of your plants because he'll cry. Also, I had to put up barricades because Jasper, the baby, loves my plants. And I mean, loves them.
See, it's further proof that plants are self-care.
Yeah. He won't eat them. He just wants to like grab and pull and just hug them.
Because they're so pretty.
Yeah, which unfortunately he's trying to tear apart my Monstera deliciosa. And it's gigantic. I've grown that thing from just 2 sticks, you know, and that's the first plant he ever touched too. It's the first plant he ever walked to, you know. But no, the Christmas tree. He cried when we put it up. Like, screamed when it got closed up in the box. So crazy.
Sawyer did that too. I remember that.
I'm like, dude, what is wrong? And he was inconsolable. He just lost it.
It's the joy of Christmas. He's like, wait a minute.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. This? The living room is naked, man. Because I had a giant tree. It was fat. I like the fat trees. Oh my gosh. And Sarah and I are distracted because my husband just bloated his belly, acted like he was fat.
He's rubbing it like he's Buddha. What is he doing? He hears the word fat and he just rolls around, rubs his belly like he's Buddha. He's crazy.
Oh my
Christopher.
gosh. That's what I live with. This is what she used to live with. No, officially, I've dealt with him longer now.
You have. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Ah! Woo! He's a handful. He is a handful. But, you know, it is what it is.
He's also our editor, so thank you, Christopher.
Right? We'll be nice to him.
Cheers to you.
We don't pay him, but we are nice to him.
All right.
So, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I say, one, plants are self-care because they're just glorious and adorable and wonderful. And NASA says if you fill your entire house full of plants from floor to ceiling, it purifies the air. So do that. Become a jungle. I would so do it. So do it. I got the approval, Sarah, for a plant wall.
Hey, that'd be fun.
Like all philodendron and pothos. Oh my God.
So I say, if anyone's listening, if they don't have a plant and they're like, I'll kill it.
Golden pothos.
No, well, yes. See, I've killed one of those before. I say ZZ.
Yeah. Or snake plant.
Or snake plant. But ZZ's, in my opinion, are a little prettier. Mm-hmm. They got the leaves. They grow pretty. They come in a black form. They come in a green form.
They come in a compacted form.
Just literally ignore it forever and water it every 3 months. Stick it in a corner and it'll be the prettiest thing.
Mine's huge.
And it'll love you.
Yeah.
And it'll change your whole life because the ZZ plant that Tabitha made me buy last February, the very first plant I ever bought, is still alive and giant.
She has almost more plants than I do now. I may have made up for that in this last trip. I think pothos are my favorite. Honestly, pothos, whatever you want to call them. Because you've seen Big Papa, right? Yeah. My golden pothos. He's huge now.
See, mine died. I don't know what I did.
Did you water him too much?
I didn't allow him self-care.
No, you have to ignore him, honestly.
I don't know. He wasn't super happy, but he was also really, really old. Oh. He was given to someone, and then that person gave it to me. So
that one that was in your corner in the dining room.
I think it was at least a decade old.
Yeah. He looks sad when I visited.
I am propagating a stem, so we'll see what happens. See if I keep it alive for another generation.
Do you know that you should propagate your pothos? They need it.
Oh, okay.
I did it for the first time because I'm scared of losing him. I love Big Papa so much. Dude, he was $6 at IKEA almost 3 years ago.
Plants ain't expensive, y'all.
He had 3 leaves, and now he has probably 4-foot trails, several of them. Leaves are just glorious and beautiful variegation, and I love him. He's probably one of my favorites, to be honest. Yeah. I do love my ZZ. I talk to my ZZ every day because he's right next to the dining room table. And Jasper loves him. He always sneaks his hand over to touch ZZ when he sits in his high chair because it's right next to his high chair.
Well, they're so big and so awesome looking.
Yeah. I think this is less self-care and more plants.
Yeah. Well, plants are our self-care.
They are.
Plants and, buying clothes the size that actually fits you. Drinking wine.
I highly recommend the activewear from Old Navy. Just saying.
I love Old Navy.
The pants are so soft.
I love Old Navy. I'm tall. I'm 5'10", so I have to buy long sizes. And they're like Old Navy, they have long sizes and tall sizes. And they fit your hips. Some of them are even too long for me. Yeah, they have the curvy sizes.
Yeah. I don't even have to. Since having Jasper, I'm so scared. First off, if anyone on this side of the family listens, I love you all. So my dad's maternal side, they have big butts. I love you. Again, people, I love you.
Big butts in a candlelight. Yep.
Yeah. And I've always, when I was little, I was terrified that I would end up like that. Well, now that I've had my 3rd child, my butt didn't get smaller. It got bigger.
Yeah, that's normal.
Nothing but when does it go back? Because it hasn't.
No. Mm-mm.
It's not going back. My hips have been so huge since the first child. And I have big hips to begin with. I've always had birthing hips. Birth and hips. But, the butt. I have big boobs. I don't need anything else big, Sarah. This is enough.
Baby butt.
Like, and I never really had a butt. Like, my butt's always been a joke. This is really not appropriate conversation, but
Self-care. Accept the butt.
Accept
that it's there. Love it. Embrace it.
I have to. I don't know what else to do.
Show it to the world.
Yeah.
In only pants.
I became obsessed with leggings because of it. Because jeans don't fit right. I don't know.
I mean, who wears jeans anyways?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally wearing workout pants today. Though, I did a lot of work today. I took down a lot of crap. I cleaned a lot of crap. I went on a walk today with 2 of the little kids. So I am wearing workout pants. I also went to 2 stores today trying to find things in a mad rush. I'm tired, dude. I'm so tired. But it's a new year and I bought 10 plants so far.
And you were taking care of yourself, and that's what's important.
Yeah. Self-care.
I bought a pair of pants a size bigger and a bonsai.
Yeah.
And, you know, I played outside today with Emmy while I kind of took pictures of Emmy because she was adorable while she played in the snow. We were playing on the snow. And I remember stopping for a second and looking up at all the trees because they're beautiful, but they're also like deadly because they're dropping limbs like crazy. And I could hear them all creaking because there's a lot of trees everywhere. And I could just hear them creaking and aching. And it was eerie and scary, but at the same time, it was kind of, I don't know, grounding.
Peaceful. Yeah.
Relaxing. And
you're hearing nature.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was very nice.
Your kids giggling. Yeah.
It was very nice to just kind of stop. You know, I looked away from my phone. I turned the camera off and noticed sounds in my surroundings. It was nice.
Aw, that's awesome. I had to tell my kid not to go near the bush because there was a snarling cat on our outside adventure. But I did like it. I had my phone on me in my hoodie pocket. It was 48 degrees when we went on our walk this morning.
It's pretty cold for a walk.
Yeah, but it was bright sun and drastically increasing in temperature as we walked. But yeah, no, it was just nice. I don't think I was on my phone. You know, I'm just strolling along, pushing the baby. The 4-year-old's running back and forth. People talk to me. This old lady was like, "It's a nice day to be outside." I was like, "It is." And funny enough, I've always liked this lady's yard.
Oh.
I was looking at her plants as she opened her garage door, and I'm like, "Oh, hello." You know, the guy's walking his dog, and he's all chatty. You know, everyone was just nice because, yeah.
Puts you in a good
we were all
mood.
taking care of ourselves. Yeah. Just being outside.
Yep.
I think that I'm a huge nature lover, obviously. I have a whole kitchen nook full of plants all over the house.
Yep. The world is bigger than your living room.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. And it's worth exploring. So
yeah. I follow someone that once a month goes out camping, but like in a cabin without her cell phone, without technology, without anything. But yeah, no, she talked about that and I was just like, seriously, I want to do that. I have too many kids though.
See, that whole the woods, it terrifies me. I love nature, but at the same time, stay out of the woods. You get murdered.
I went camping in my grandparents' yard. They lived out in the middle of nowhere, really, next to a farm, and we heard wolves. And I'm not talking like far, I'm talking close. Like they were very close. But I, for some unknown reason, wasn't like terrified.
Yeah.
I knew they didn't want me. I knew they wanted the animals on the farm.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I also had a dog in the tent with me.
They might knock you over to get to a chicken, though.
They probably would. You know, they probably really would.
Give me that chicken.
I don't know. I've been camping so much. I don't know. I think I forget that people could be out there killing you because I'm just listening to like the birds and the crickets that I just don't.
I
have a problem.
Too much true crime.
You do.
I really do.
Did I tell you the story? Did I ever tell you the story? Like, okay, so you know we road trip a lot.
Yeah.
We're in Denver, Colorado, and there's this like nature drive-through park that's free. You just drive through and there's animals galore.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
And yes, well, I had my fancy camera and there were elk. A herd of them.
Yeah, they're like
just a herd.
As tall as a house.
Yeah, they're huge. So I get out and, you know, your brother's telling me to be careful, be careful, be careful. No, probably not.
Like, are you supposed to get out immediately? No.
Probably not. There's parking spots. He parked.
Yeah,
so
but
maybe. I don't know. You probably shouldn't got out when there's a herd of elk. It's probably not advisable. If anyone knows the nature of elk, please send us an email or post on our page.
Do they like little woman flashing a camera in their face? Probably not.
I turned off the flash. That was nice.
Okay.
But I didn't think about it. There was like a mama and a baby pretty close to the parking lot. And so I just started taking pictures. And I was like, oh, look, there's more coming. I just started taking pictures and I'm talking to the elk. I'm so stupid, Sarah.
Yeah, you really are. It's okay, though.
I would be killed. Like if I seen a bear out in the wild, I'm pretty sure I'd get out and take a picture. I am that person. Like, I would win the Darwin Award.
You're that person. You're that person.
I was
so we watching your video, like, why is this person walking towards danger?
I stayed far back, okay? Like, when I finally, like, put the camera down a little bit, because I was zoomed in. And the second I had to zoom out a little bit, I was like, wait a second, I shouldn't have to zoom out. And then I kind of like look over the camera and I just kind of slowly back away. And Chris is yelling at me from the truck, but I'm just not listening because I was just in heaven. And I'm like slowly backing up and they're like huffing. And I'm just like, do. I hop in the truck and they just go about their business. Like nothing was the problem. I could have been rammed by an elk.
Yep.
I had no care. I was just in heaven.
You would have got it on camera, though.
Yeah.
You would have had a
slow
sensation.
process. Yeah. Slow process of blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, that's the type of person I am. I love nature to the point of it would probably kill me because I just have no self-awareness, I guess. Poor kids. I hope they don't get that gene from me because it's
That's all right.
I mean,
as long
I was
as
paying attention.
You get too close to a herd of elk.
No. And to the people that think it's smart to take a picture with a bison at Yosemite, you're stupid. Don't do that. Don't take a picture with an animal that's 3 times your size.
You know, right?
I don't do that. I was not in selfie range with those elk. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I mean, they were probably a good maybe 50 yards from me. 30 to 50 yards. So they were still far, probably too close for comfort because they could have charged me, but I would have got to the truck before they got me. Put it that way. They would have damaged the truck. Maybe.
Their legs are a lot longer than yours.
That is true. I was only a few feet from the truck. So yeah, but no, if you be smart, don't take a picture with a bison or a buffalo or a bear or a crocodile or an alligator or an elk out in the wild. They will eat you.
Yep. But do you know what? Do you know what doesn't eat you?
Plants.
I'm just saying. This is like a plant sponsorship, but it really isn't. It's a self-care episode. It really is a self-care episode. This is just what we do for self-care. I mean, maybe some women, I don't know, roll a joint. Maybe some women go out. Maybe some women listen to music and dance naked in their living room, which honestly doesn't sound real bad. You know, maybe some women take baths. I'm not a big bath person, but some women do.
I only do when my joints hurt.
Yeah.
I'll do Epsom salt baths. Because I do feel nice, but my boobs get cold.
You just need a bigger tub.
I need a bigger tub. Yeah. I want to be submerged. You know, those overflow bathtubs. I want to be like up to my neck in water. And American tubs are so tiny.
Yeah, if I had a giant tub, I'd maybe take a bath.
Yeah.
But my tub would fit like my butt, and that's it. Like, there's no way.
You have to sit cross-legged while being leaned back. And I'm only 5'6". You're 5'10". And if I have to do that, like, you are just cramped. Yeah.
There's no way.
So I can see you not wanting to do it. It is uncomfortable, but I only do it if I have hip problems because, you know, I'm broken. So I'll do Epsom salt baths, but that's it. Unless I get a soaker tub, I ain't doing a damn thing. No.
Nope.
Not doing that regularly. Nope. That's not worth it. I do face masks. I will do pedicures at home. Pro tip, y'all. If you want to do a pedicure and you don't want to go get it done because they're kind of expensive, go get one of those big roasting pans, the aluminum ones that are disposable. Get Epsom salt. Get your nail polish of choice. Get some foot scrubs. Do it at home. Feed that little, fill that little.
Feed your feet.
Feed your feet. Yeah. Fill the little tub with hot water and Epsom salt. Soak your feet while you watch a TV show. Take care of your feet or your hands, you know, do it all yourself. I think that's even more rewarding. Like when your oldest daughter was here, we did that while wearing bubble face masks and doing our nails. And it's so calm, even with teenagers. It was calming.
Just physically taking care of your body. Like just, you know, taking the time to look at yourself. Look at your feet. Look at your hands. Look at your body. Look at your hair. Look at your face, anything. Just look at yourself and realize that you are the way you are and you are who you are.
Yeah. And a good thing too, I think, make a routine. Start little, right? Like say you go to bed late. Say, okay, from now on, I'm going to bed at 11. And that means your butt's in bed at 11. So at 10:30, you're washing your face before bed. You're putting on the moisturizer. You're brushing your teeth. You're putting on chapstick. You're putting on comfy pajamas. Because if you don't own comfy pajamas, oh my God, that is the best self-care. Oh my God, they are so comfy. And yeah, just get ready for bed and be in bed. When you do that, you'll start looking at yourself differently. You know, you'll be moisturize, your face is clean, your lips aren't cracking all the time because you're putting on chapstick every night. You know, it's just little things. Then you'll start doing other things. You'll work on a morning routine where you purposely wake up before the babies. Or, you know, before breakfast has to be done, before the kids have to be to school, you know, have that cup of joe and your plants or your paper or your Facebook or your Insta. You know,
you yourself are worth the investment.
Yeah.
Because your life is your life. It's yours. But your children, your children are forever. But your children at one point are going to grow up and take care of themselves.
Yeah.
And you can't be a hollow shell when they leave. You know, you need to be
get a damn hobby.
Shape. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say this. So, yeah, we've talked about all the time, you know, I went from 2 to 4 kids, but here's the thing that really made it harder. My kids are self-sufficient.
Yeah. You had 2 older kids and then 2 little kids.
Yeah.
Immediately.
And my 10-year-old, she was 9 at the time. My 9-year-old, she was so self-sufficient. Like she did her own laundry. She could do the dishes. She could make, she loves cooking and baking and all that type of stuff. She did all that. She would even make food for other people, you know? So the only thing I had to make sure of was she was out the door for school because that's where she was. So I started making sure I had hobbies. You know, I was a full-time student. I had hobbies off and all this different stuff. But yeah, I mean, we talk about my 15-year-old, almost 16, he's beyond self-sufficient. I just have to make sure he showers. 'Cause he's a teenager.
And guidance on friendships.
Yeah.
Probably.
And even then, I think we do really good. He stopped hanging out with certain friends because they did drugs and he didn't want that.
Yeah. Kudos to him.
So I thought that was cool. Yeah. I was like, and I'm just proud he talked to me about it, but yeah. So when it came to having a 3-year-old at the time, where she woke up at the crack of dawn, I had to really find myself again. I finally got grips with her. It was probably like May, and then I started suffering from insomnia in late April, beginning of May, and then Jasper was born. And thank the Lord Almighty, because that boy sleeps. I mean, you just heard him woke up, but the laughing probably woke him up because he's not far away and this room echoes. But so yeah, I started the whole like, I should do this before bed. I should do this right when the kids go to bed. I need to do this, because I was getting to the point where I was losing it. Like, panic attacks were evident and clear, and it was too much. But I went back to square one after 10 years, and it was a huge wake up call that self-care is definitely needed, because if you don't, you will get lost. And coming from me, if I didn't have my hobbies, the older my kid, when Kylie and Parker were at that stage, I think I would be completely lost, because they're not always going to call you mommy.
Nope.
And when that stops, it gets worse and it gets worse and it gets worse. And you're going to have to beg them to call you every week and, stuff like that. So you really do have to make sure that you are prepared. You have yourself. Children, don't lose yourself.
Yeah. Don't lose yourself, because your children will not always need you to that extent, but you will always need to take care of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And a good thing, like,
do that.
You may be a mom. You are a mom, but you are your first name. Like, you are Sarah. I am Tabitha. We are moms, but we aren't losing ourselves.
No.
We still have our quirks. We still have our funny times. We still do what we want to do, because at the end of the day, our life doesn't just revolve around our kids. We have to make sure that we don't lose ourselves,
Nope.
I have other people call me mom, I have a very mom tendency, personality is, so yeah, it's just, don't lose yourself. Find a hobby. I think that's a good self-care thing.
Yeah.
Make jewelry, buy plants, propagate plants, go on a propagation journey.
And if it's not plants, it's anything, animals, reading, drawing, writing a novel. I don't know.
Making jewelry.
Cooking.
Yeah. I mean, you could be a professional cleaner. You could be a home decorator. Yeah. I think I want to take up landscape art. Yeah. Like, just
music.
Oh, man. Music.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Music makes us all happy. Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I love music. I can't deny the fact that there are days where I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the store, and really it's to crank up as much ghetto rap as possible.
Miss concerts.
Girl, same.
Live shows, getting all sweaty and gross.
So I'm very upset because my last concert was supposed to be $10 Offspring at a motorcycle rally.
That's awesome.
COVID ruined that. They had to cancel. But I was so geeked to go see Offspring. Like, I know they're older, but dude, come on.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh my
God,
that would have been sweet. I was going to be 7 months pregnant too. I was so excited. I didn't care. Did not care. Like, I went to Incubus when I was pregnant. That was probably worse. Let's be real. That was probably worse.
Yep.
I was in the nosebleed section because the smell of weed was very strong. And that was in 2004. Before it was legal. So yeah, that was interesting. Contact highs all around. But yeah, no, I do miss shows. Man, why'd you have to bring that up?
I'm sorry.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, concerts are sweet. If you ever been to a concert and you love music, when they come back,
right.
Go.
Go. Any shows, even like live shows. I loved going to some of the local live shows in our city.
I hosted some of those. Yeah.
They were awesome. Even bands I didn't even know.
It's just a good feel.
You gain an appreciation for talent and you meet great people. It's great.
Oh man. Yeah. There was a band that we worked with that they were so awesome. They covered Harvey Danger and they were really cool dudes. But no, you meet a lot of people and concerts are just sweet. Like, even I went to Jeff Dunham.
Yep, me too. Who hasn't?
Oh my gosh. The ventriloquist. I can't. I just love him. I love Ahmed. I'm sorry.
So many ways. So many ways to take care of yourself. Make yourself laugh. Give yourself something enjoyable to look forward to.
Listen to podcasts while you do dishes.
Listen to podcasts. I listen to murder podcasts, but you listen to us. Listen to anything you want.
Yeah, I listen to financial ones. That's probably terrible.
That would be stressful for me.
It's not to me. It's so weird. It's so weird. Well, it does after Christmas. After you go plant shopping, it's stressful listening to that.
Don't talk to me about budgeting. Goodbye.
Yeah, I listen to alternative music while shopping for plants. I didn't listen to podcasts. I didn't at all. I listened to music. I was so happy. Yeah. I was so happy. I'll have to post a picture of one of the plant shops because this plant shop just made me beyond excited. The whole outside of it was graffitied.
Nice.
And it was wicked sweet. I mean, just Miggs is the one that did it. And they had cacti and philodendron and Hoyas and plants galore. And it had the title. It was called Dig It Gardens. And they had a skeleton wearing a cactus hat.
That's awesome.
It just was so cool. That made me happy. Like I was geeking.
Yeah, you went on a little road trip and you found something that made you happy.
Yeah.
That is self-care.
Yeah.
Says, damn it.
Y'all, I made a list of like 12 local plant nurseries. And I mean local. These aren't places anywhere else. And I just checked them out.
Yeah.
I bought some plants. I didn't buy plants at every single one. PSA. Do not, and I repeat, do not, Sarah's seen this picture, buy a ZZ plant for $32 that is tiny because it ain't worth it. Go to Home Depot and buy one for $10.
There's a lot of, don't really spend $30 on any plants. I'm sorry.
I'm all for supporting local businesses, obviously, as I went to many local nurseries. But if you want to charge that much for a ZZ, or a golden pothos was $26.
Plants are not that expensive.
No. Now, if you're talking certain types of Hoyas, or I seen the Congo, the philodendron Congo.
Yeah, if you want something rare, it's going to be
Prince of Orange. I've seen all those, but those were $30 at other shops.
Yeah.
Now you see those for $30, snag them. You see a Birkin for $30, snag it. Don't spend that much on a ZZ or snake or pothos. Just don't. Oh my God. Anyways, but yeah, no, you get to learn a lot. I had conversations with almost everyone at every plant store, except for the one that overcharged for all the plants. No one was nice in there.
Conversations help you not like learn about other people, but they help you learn how to be around other people. And I know that sounds silly, but especially with the pandemic, when everyone's been kind of holed up for like the better part of a year. Yeah. Especially me, like I kind of forget some etiquette things, or I just forget how to talk or what to talk about or what should I say. How to conversate. You forget that the world exists around you. So conversations are huge.
I mean, think about it. Jasper was born during a pandemic. He's never interacted with kids his age. Ever. And he probably won't for another year. Yeah. Because the pandemic ain't going away. It's, you want to talk about terrible? Just really quick side note. We have more cases of COVID in my state, in my local area, than anywhere else in the world right now.
So you're the new hotspot, huh?
17,000. Should we get an award? Is it like some... I don't know. I don't know if that's a word. Anyways, so we were at the dentist because my 4-year-old took a spill that I really don't want to talk about yet until after things happened. And a baby was there with her sibling and she cried. Now I have my baby because I don't have anyone to watch him. He looked and started crying. And I was like, what the hell? My baby don't cry like that. Like, he doesn't cry in public. He doesn't cry in random spaces. He cries the most in his bed. Yeah. So I was like, no, it's okay. It's okay. You know, I calm him down and he stops. The baby stops. Baby cries again. We're in the waiting room. The baby's back in the office and he cries again. Every time that baby cried, he cried. And I was like, this is ridiculous. So finally, the baby comes out into the waiting room. We're still in the waiting room because I'm filling out paperwork. The baby starts crying. Jasper starts crying. Then they both stop and stare at each other.
They're communicating.
And I'm just looking like, what do I do? Like, do I give him his pacifier? And then he was fine. So was the other baby. Like, they were both fine. I don't know what happened. Like, we're in there for another 5 minutes and both of them were fine.
Yeah, they were communicating.
Yeah.
They were like crying, but in their cries, they're like, ha ha ha, our moms are crazy.
Yeah, and it was the weirdest cry, too. I was like, dude, what is your problem? You know, like, you cannot. And the nurses were just laughing at him. And then they're talking to him and he's gabbing back at him, you know, because he's not really used to people. And I said what's weird is he's going to hate seeing people without face mask on.
Yeah, it'll be different.
Yeah, and it's so weird. But yeah, no, you have to. I mean, I had awesome conversations at 2 other places I talked to customers, but 2 of the locations I went to, just awesome conversations. And it just felt so good. Also, I want to talk about self-care. Call a loved one.
That's a big one. Conversations.
I called my dad and we never get to talk. I have too many effing kids. Like, it's so late for us because we have kids. But he's sleeping. He works crazy hours. And finally I just said, screw it. I called my dad. We talked for an hour and a half. I mean, you know my dad. We're talkers anyways. But I felt so much better after talking to my dad. I can't even explain how much better I felt. Like, I don't know. It was the weirdest feeling. I felt like everything was fine, even though my kids were screaming. I don't know why.
You have that
calm. Yeah, it was just so... You know, I usually feel better, too, after we have our podcast nights and we see each other and stuff like that. But it was so weird. Yeah. Maybe it's the wine.
I'll say it's your face. The conversation.
Yeah. But no, it was just so cool. Like, my dad and I were just chatting and talking, and it just felt so nice, like, connecting with him. And I missed the hell out of him. I wish I could go up and see all of you, but now it's the reverse. Y'all used to be the worst. Now we are.
Yep.
Congratulations, Arizona.
Woohoo! You win the COVID award.
Yeah. But I don't know. I do recommend that. If you have a good relationship with your sister or your sister-in-law or a parent, grandparent, cousin, just a freaking friend. You know?
Somebody who you feel comfortable venting to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because your problems matter.
Yeah. You need to remember that too. Like, you may not think your problems are a big deal. Like, we both are dealing with different problems, but they're both valid, you know? Yeah. They're valid to us, so they are valid. And I think you have to remember that. You have to remember just everything is okay. Your problem is understandable. You'll work through it. It may take a few years and some therapy, but
therapy is good. Therapy is self-help.
Yeah. Or in my case, I'm freaking buying a new house. I don't know. You know, my first thought when buying a new house was that everything was going to be easier. Now I'm stressed as a mofo. Like, I need to go get my vision checked, which I guess I could talk to Sarah about this because my vision's gotten blurry and I don't know if that's stress or if I'm going blind.
You're probably just getting old.
It's like a fog. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a fog that randomly kicks in. I know when I get really stressed, I get black dots in my vision, but that's because I have blood pressure issues. That's a sign of high blood pressure. But yeah, no, the fogginess is weird. Really weird.
Go see your local ophthalmologist. That's my recommendation.
Sarah's just staring at me through the camera. If anyone was wondering why that was so silent for so long. She's like, oh God.
Black dots, fogginess. Yep, that's out of my league.
Mm-hmm. Anywho, I didn't have fogginess or black dots after I went plant shopping. I was tired as hell. That was so many stores. Cures
blurry vision.
Ish. It happened yesterday, so not really. I should probably wear my glasses. My glasses don't work anymore. You know, because I started having problems with my vision when I was pregnant. But as you know, you can't get your vision checked because you're pregnant. It fucks your vision. Sorry. It messes up your vision. It can. But now, it's still not any better. So, I don't think it's a pregnancy.
Nope. You're old.
It's going to be blind. I'm not old. I'm 2 years older than you. Shut up. At least I'm not as old as your brother.
That's true.
I'm as old as your husband. He's a week older than me.
He's old.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Be nice to us. Us 87 babies. Be nice to us. I'm like, I think it's funny.
What else is self-care, Tabitha?
Chocolate, wine, plants, walks, plants.
More plants.
Sunshine, sunbathing with sunscreen.
Yeah, don't.
I've had skin cancer.
Burn your skin, people. Please don't.
Yeah, it's not fun. Getting skin cancer removed sucks.
It's not 2005. It's not even cool anymore. No.
You don't want to be orange.
No. Wrinkles.
Yeah.
No wrinkles. No skin cancer.
I am getting wrinkles. I don't know how old I am.
You're old. You're like 49 or something.
Listen, Sarah. I have the body of a 100-year-old, but I think I'm only 33. Yeah, I'm only 33, right?
Yep.
That's my husband dancing in the corner. He is dancing behind me again.
He is shaking his ass and eating a piece of pizza.
No, it's a donut.
Oh, my bad.
Cheater?
Hey, it's self-care, Tabitha.
It is self-care. Well, the reason I messed up
a donut.
Feed and something else is because he sent me a gift that said feed me. So I was very distracted. Yeah, no, I fed him. I made country fried steak for dinner. Because I made a pact that we're not eating out until Parker's birthday, which is a really long ways away.
That's very far away.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know about anyone else, but DoorDash and Uber Eats have gotten a lot of money from me
They're
in 2020.
ruling the world right now. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. So I'm trying to take that away from them, from our house, because I'm trying to buy a
Take back your
house.
kitchen.
Yeah. I don't necessarily like cooking anymore because I have a picky eater. I have two of them, the 15-year-old and the 4-year-old. Oh my God. If it's not pizza, they're not fucking eating. Sorry, language. Crap. Bleep me. Yeah. That it's so terrible. The 4-year-old faked threw food on the floor. As in, she acted like she ate it, but she put it in her hand, and then at the end of dinner claimed that she dropped them all on the floor. Have you ever seen a child do that? I haven't. That's a new one.
Huh.
What gave her that idea? Like, I'm pretty sure if we had a dog, the dog would have been getting really fat.
Yep.
You know? Like, oof. So, no, I made country fried steak, mashed potatoes, and gravy. And, yeah, they just weren't happy. I don't care. Going several days with homemade food. I just don't care. But I like cooking. That's the problem. I really enjoy cooking. I like making all... You've been to my Thanksgiving meals. I like making all sorts of food. So I gave up. I don't care if they're angry. We're eating things. Tomorrow is chicken quesadillas. I don't know. Homemade chicken. You know, like my chicken tacos, but I'm turning it into quesadillas. So if you want tips for dinner tomorrow, it's quesadillas.
Quesadillas.
Make sure you have sour cream because that is essential to me.
Sour cream. Sour
Oh
cream
my gosh.
is essential in any dish. I'm weird though.
Yeah. My 2021 goal is to have sour cream every night that we have tacos because I
That
love sour cream on tacos.
is a resolution I can get behind.
Right? I'm lactose intolerant too. I don't care. Just don't care. You
Sour
gotta be
cream
happy.
every day. That is my New Year's resolution.
Oh, dude, on your potatoes.
Yes.
So many dishes call for sour cream. So many homemade dishes.
Gosh.
I love sour cream. You can turn it into dip.
Ranch.
Yeah. I bought blue cheese dressing for my homemade pizzas because I like to make buffalo chicken pizza. I thought it'd be good to put some like blue cheese dressing on top of it. I know it'll be good. There's this pizza place called Polano's here that has this bomb buffalo chicken pizza. I mean, like, Sarah, you need to visit before you move.
Yeah.
It is bomb. It is
not
so
hungry.
bomb.
That makes me hungry. That
Yeah.
sounds delicious.
It has blue cheese chunks on it. Oh my God. It's so good. Like full pieces of like buffalo chicken. It's so good. So good. And that's coming from this picky eater. I love blue cheese. That's another self-care. Eat something once a week that you love. Preferably make it at home because it's cheaper.
Yeah. Learn a new recipe.
If you like pizza, surprisingly, it's not hard to make a good pizza. At least tolerable pizza.
Who doesn't love pizza? You can put anything on crust and make it a pizza.
Yes. Pro tip. Sweet Baby Ray's makes amazing buffalo or barbecue chicken pizza.
Yeah.
Some Sweet Baby Ray's sauce, some chicken, mozzarella.
There you go.
It's good. So, yeah, that's a good tip. We have, so every Tuesday is like Mexican dishes, Mexican inspired dishes. That's a good way to like make sure that you eat at home every week. Is like Monday is pasta,
Taco
Tuesday is Mexican. Yeah. Wednesday is I call it like a funky meal. This Wednesday is going to be grilled pork chops because the pork chops from Butcher Box are just fire. But
You even made a little fist. Fire.
it's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah, and then Thursday is usually another like pasta dish, and then Friday's pizza, Saturday's grill, Sunday's crock pot.
I have pizza every day of the week besides maybe one day.
You live next to Casey's, which means you could have breakfast pizza.
I just eat a lot of pizza.
Yeah.
Sometimes my kids hate me, but
This is why Sarah and I get along so well. We like wine, we like coffee, and we like pizza and plants now. When Sarah told me she wanted to go look at plants, my heart just skipped a beat. I was so excited. And here we are. You bought plant lights before me. Damn.
Well, I also live in Illinois where we have like one day of sun a week in the wintertime.
They need it. They need it.
I haven't seen the sun in days.
Yeah. It surprises me. I can't believe my grandma stayed in Illinois when she had SAD, the seasonal affective disorder. I can't imagine that because I get sad when it can't grow anything. Like I love fall looks, but deep down, like when there are a few days without sunshine, I feel depressed. I just cannot get out of that funk. I think that's also why I like houseplants, because in the summer I can't go outside because you'll burn to death.
You'll burn to death. You'll shrivel up and die.
You know it's the truth. You've traveled with me in the summer.
My dad's like, let's go hiking. And then on the news, there's like, hiker dies from the heat. And I'm like, no.
Yeah. We're not going. No, thank you. Yeah. No. Now, how many times I've had to yell at your father when he's visited? I'm like, you are not going out hiking.
I'm like, it's 120. Let's
at 6 in the morning, you can go hiking. Fine.
He's like, just bring some water.
Yeah. I did get him once say it was a poor choice he made going hiking. Once. It was so hot and terrible, and he went hiking, and I was like, you're stupid, but I'll let you go. Please call me when you get there, when you get down from the mountain. When he got back, he said that was a stupid idea.
Yeah.
Your father.
I bet he felt like crap.
Yeah, he took a very long nap after a shower. I checked on him.
Yeah, it's like, is he still alive?
I was checked. I was like, yep, he's still breathing. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah, no.
It's not self-care.
No. It's one thing to go and do things for yourself, but if you're going to be destructive, like, okay, Sarah and I drink wine, but I don't drink a whole bottle of wine every night. I don't even drink a whole bottle of wine when we do this.
I mean, I guess circumstances, but...
Okay, I did drink that whole bottle of bubbly that one time during a podcast. I felt great when I went to sleep, I'm just going to say. But that was like once, and I don't know when that was. Probably not. I drank the whole bottle. I'm a lightweight. Yeah, just be responsible. Just be responsible in your self-care. Please. If you can legally do things, go ahead and do it. If you live in Arizona, you can legally smoke weed now. Congratulations.
Woohoo.
You can't buy it until March, though, which is bogus. Please explain to me how you can be caught with weed and not get charged, but you cannot buy it from the stores until March.
That's weird.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm going to call this new shop that just opened because I drove by there today and they were packed. Oh. So I'm assuming they got the early green light. I don't know. It's a weird. I mean, I don't recommend that you smoke weed if you have a bad tolerance to it. I'm just a very big proponent of natural things.
You gotta do your thing. You drink your weed or you drink your weed. You drink your weed, Tabitha. You drink your wine. You drink your wine, or you smoke your weed. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yeah. Just make it. I am a big proponent of medical marijuana because maybe we'll talk about that in a podcast. I'm not kidding when I say I'm broken. And I deal with a lot of chronic pain. And I can't take the pain pills that they prescribe to me because it kills my liver. So I like to use the restroom properly so I don't take painkillers. So I'm in pain all the time. So I was very happy that weed was legalized here so I can be pain-free personally, but responsibly when the kids are asleep, not when the kids are awake, you know.
Mommy,
and after the adoptions close, we can talk about why I say when the kids are asleep and being responsible.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm very much so. Be responsible, be respectful of others, but take care of yourself.
Yep.
You know, don't do everything and anything for anybody. Find your no. I'm really bad at that. Find your no. I was really proud of myself this year. I love making your dad a calendar every year. I love that. I know he likes it, but it was going to be way too much work to hand make one. So I just made one online and sent it.
Yeah.
I think he still liked it.
Absolutely.
But I didn't kill myself making it this time. But I think it's okay. As long as he still liked it, that's all that matters. You know? So just remember that. Find your no when appropriate. If your kid hasn't eaten breakfast yet and they ask for breakfast, you can't tell them no, make them breakfast. But if they want a million things at the store, freaking tell them no. It's okay. You're not going to die. They're not going to combust. Put them in the cart.
It might feel like it. It might look like it.
Also, if your kid holds their breath, just know they'll pass out and they'll be fine. They're not going to die.
They'll pass out.
This is a medical.
They lose consciousness.
I can tell you.
It's fine.
They don't lose consciousness. Well, they do. But the second they go to sleep, they start breathing. So just remember that, you know, just they'll go to sleep. Just put them in the cart. They're fine. I'm serious, though. They're not going to die. They might look like it, but they're not. I promise. Unless they have some like medical heart condition, maybe you shouldn't let them do it.
Well, this was great. This was great. It's a great episode.
A good time. Yeah. It's our first one back from the new year.
Woohoo.
So happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year.
We've been doing this for a while. So yeah, but thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much. And if any of you have any ideas for future podcasts, please let us know.
Yes, email us at winemomspod@gmail.com. Add in your funny fails or some wins.
Yeah, we would love to feature you on the podcast. If you have any ideas of other topics or something you would like us to talk about, send it our way.
Yes, and as always, take care, mamas. Until next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.